right, we're going to go ahead and get started, you guys. It is so good to see so many new faces, and some of our returning members are here as well. For the most part, we're going to have new members in here tonight, along with some of our teachers. But it's really good to see you guys, and I'm glad you came out. I know it's super hot, so I tried to make it super cold in here. Hopefully, that's working. My name is Olivia. I am the Access Director here, and there should be a new slide. Oh, there we are. This is my family. My husband Rob is in the back working down for us. But together and that's our 6 kids. Together we have been homeschooling our kids for 17 years. So we've been doing this since day 1. We have graduated 3. We have 1 graduating this year. And then we have 2 more to go. So 8 more years. I'm here. During those 17 years, we have navigated dual enrollment, trade schools, college applications, graduations from all of those places, annual evaluations, transcripts, lots and lots of transcripts, and standardized testing. But the newest adventure for us has been the Step Up Scholarship, and if anybody else is plugged into that, you know it's quite an adventure. But I share all of that just to say that that's just the experiences that I have and some things that I bring to the table. Being part of this group, our leadership team, all of our teachers, and our almost 100 families that are part of Access are all bringing something to the table. We all have wisdom, we all have experiences and failures to share and help each other with. So that's one really great thing about being a part of a homeschool community. So I, along with so many other homeschool parents, are happy to share those wins and failures. But if you are brand new to homeschooling or brand new to Access, do not feel like you have nothing to add, because we are banking on your excitement, banking on you to be all in and be excited about all of this. And we're going to take some of that excitement from you, and we're going to run with it with our experiences, and we're going to lock arms together and do great things. So that's just one of those things that being a part of a community is so valuable. But why Access? Access started with a vision to be a discipleship program for homeschooling families. This homeschool group is your Access, where you'll find Christ-centered and family-focused programming for the whole family. Because of this, we have been taken on as a mission of Southlake Christian Church. As a mission of Southlake Christian Church, we're able to offer more affordable opportunities for families, backed biblical teaching, support from our elders, and easy access to our ministers who are on campus and teaching during Access hours. Discipleship through our programming, and countless opportunities for building friendship and community by having access to the church facilities at no extra cost. So, Access by the numbers. In January of 2019, we started with just a trial to see if we really needed another homeschool area. So we started with just a half day of classes and 36 students, and most of those kids were staff kids or members of the church. We never imagined that 7 years later, our registration would be over 200 students. What I really love, though, is that over those 7 years, this little homeschool in Lake County that we didn't even know the community really needed has had the opportunity to over 650. In 2019, we started our first full day of classes, offering 28 classes to double what we had for our trial run, so 72 students. We had 3 students graduate that year that earned over $500 in scholarships. In 2020, we kept our doors open to a community that desperately wanted connection. For everybody remembers 2020. And we continued to grow. Our enrollment was over 100 students, and we graduated 1 senior that year. In 21, another crazy year, we continued the trend of growth and added more classes and students. In 22, our enrollment increased by over 100 students that year. We added classes, classrooms, and increased classroom numbers to accommodate that growth. It was a wild year, and we celebrated the graduation of 3 seniors who earned over $600 in scholarships from Access. In 2023, we sustained those numbers from our previous year and continued growth by accommodating with increased class sizes and some very creative classroom space. Outdoor preschool classes, which taught those are like saints. It was really hot out. We had the sweetest graduation ceremony at promotion night for our one senior who earned a $200 scholarship from Access. In 2024, because of those very full classrooms, we prayerfully opened a second day of co-op classes. This allowed those students in grades kindergarten through 8th grade who were not able to get into Tuesday classes an opportunity to come on Monday for class. And like all things that God orchestrates, it turned out to be a bigger blessing than we could have imagined. We had the opportunity to welcome even more families to Access, making it easier for new families to come in, that are homeschooling, to connect and plug in with a smaller, calmer atmosphere. And it just turned out to be a really great way for new families to co-op. So, as most of you know, this year we've continued 2 days of classes and continue to be able to welcome new families to Access. Between the 2 days of classes, we have over 73 classes and have almost 100 families again enrolled. So adding an additional day of co-op is exactly what you think. Double the work. Fortunately, I don't do this alone. We have an amazing leadership team here at Access, and I want to take a few minutes to introduce them. That's our team. You guys know me. On and talk a lot. Carolyn. Carolyn is back here. Everybody will learn to know and love Carolyn. Carolyn is a wife to Aaron and a mom of 3 beautiful girls, one graduate, one 2026 senior, and one super adorable, quick-witted little lady that keeps all of us laughing. Carolyn is our queen of the cafe. She handles all things lunch and cafe related. She caters our teachers' breakfast each year, among other events. She organizes the Mom's Night Out for us and is our connections coordinator. She does a ton of other stuff also. So get to know her, and you're going to love her like the rest of us. Renee Vaccarino. Say hello, Renee. She's our enrichment coordinator. So she has a super fun job of coordinating or handling all of our events and field trips. If you want to add something to the calendar, she's your gal. She's one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. Super approachable and eager to serve. She is a wife, a mom of 2, and brand new to the hobby. So while she's the coordinator and handles all of our events, she doesn't. It takes many hands to put together all of the events we have here at Access. There will be sign-ups in the cafe after orientation for any events that you want to help with. There's sign-up sheets for like prom and the So those monthly events, we have them for elementary, middle, and high school. You can pick whatever you want to do. If you would like to host one of those events, you don't have to have them at your house, but you can. You could do like movie nights, game nights, meeting at a coffee shop or a park or an arcade. You would just coordinate it, and we actually have 3 coordinators, one for each of those age groups. Sharon Cortese, where are you? Sharon is in charge of our high school events. That doesn't mean she's coordinating them all. She's just going to help you coordinate them. Same thing for Tanya Rowe. Tanya, she's acting shy, but you guys, she was our shining star last year. So Tanya is going to be in charge of the middle schoolers. So if you guys want to do an event for the middle school guys, you can talk to her. And then Brent and Cheryl Dupre will be doing elementary. They're not here tonight. But you can shoot any of these people emails or texts. All of their stuff is on the directory. And then to round out our leadership team, Larry and Livia couldn't be here. They have a family thing going on. But together, they make sure the facilities are returned to the church better than we found them each week. They're responsible for assigning duties, coordinating special events, and support for those events. Livia actually takes lead on our fall dance and father-daughter dance that we do each year. And Larry has the super fun job of helping me with the not fun stuff, like enforcing our code of conduct. But we'll get to that. We're gonna do fun stuff for you. We've talked about our mission, growth, and leadership, but what's in this for you and your family? What does Access have to offer you? First, our website, which most of you have probably already been to, but it's a great place to start if you haven't been there yet. You have access to all things Access through our site. So classes, field trips, events, meetups, forums for conversations, and a directory. You're gonna wanna get really comfortable with the website and make sure you click that little box that says that you want the notifications, because then you won't miss out on stuff. Even if you are the person posting the stuff, you might forget. In theory. We also have park days. We do a couple of those each month, more if you want more of them. We meet at different parks around the area depending on the weather, what's going on. But if you want a park day closer to you, you need to reach out to Renee and say, hey, we live in Leesburg, we want some park days over here. And she will put them on the calendar, and the people close by will make sure they get to. So it's, be a squeaky wheel. Field trips. We do a lot of field trips, you guys. We try to have at least 2 field trips every month, 2 different price points typically. We hope that one's gonna be free, that's the goal, and the other one might have a cost associated with it. That way everybody can kind of plug into stuff. She also works really hard to make sure that all the age groups are accounted for when she's setting up these field trips. Just like the park days, if you have an idea for an awesome field trip, because she's been doing this and kind of get stuck in a pattern, you've got ideas for new cool stuff, let her know. She will help you get it together, and we can get that field trip on there. What was a new one this year was skydiving, like, the indoor skydiving, don't worry. Yeah, that's for those code of conduct kids. No, but she put on a bunch of really cool field trips. Some of them are like more adventurous, some of them are like going to see the Nutcracker and more educational type stuff. So, yeah, we always do Legoland. All right, we also have a bunch of academic events. 3 of our top ones are the International Food Festival, the Business Expo, and the Science Fair. Those are all really, really well-attended events. Different people are in charge of these events, so they all have a little bit of a different twist to it, but they're very popular. If you have any interest in any of them, ask people. Carolyn is in charge of the International Food Festival. Renee and I are in charge of the Business Expo, and I think Olivia and Larry are in charge of the Science Fair this year. So those all should be on the calendar if you guys want to start planning for them now, and it should have all the credentials that you need for it to participate. We also have an awesome performing arts program. It's under the direction of Laura Cooper. She couldn't be here tonight, but this lady, if you guys are able to plug into the performing arts program, she loves these kids with a whole heart, and they know it. She does an incredible job with the performances that they put on each year. They do a Christmas program, and they also do a spring performance. But her and her assistant, Bree, they are top-notch, and they're amazing. You guys will love them. Choir Club. Larry is in charge of our choir club. He is a man of talent. So the choir club meets a couple times a month. It's not a huge commitment. They just meet and practice. They learn a bunch of songs, and they perform at multiple Access events. And they do a Christmas caroling event each year too. Social events. But social events, all the fun things, like high school prom, dances for the different age groups, holiday parties, monthly meetups, Thanksgiving dinner, water wars. There is a ton of stuff. They're, again, very well attended. This is a great opportunity for you guys to plug in, make sure your kids are having fun, making those memories. Shameless plug. If you want these awesome events, you've got to help with them. So what Renee said, she's going to have sign-up sheets. Go ahead and sign up with her, sign up with Sharon and Tanya. Make sure all these things happen. And you have to sign up for them. If you don't sign up for them, we cancel them. No reason to do an event if nobody. Thank you guys. I should have like a laughing. No. All right, so we do family events too. We are very family oriented. We do an awesome fall family hoedown. It's a ridiculous amount of fun. It's still hot out, so you're gonna get very sweaty out there dancing, but it's really fun. We do a big potluck. Everybody brings stuff. We have games outside. We have a bonfire and s'mores. It's just super basic, super fun. We also do caroling as families, father-daughter dance. We have added some Bible studies. We have a father-son Bible study, a mother-daughter Bible study that we do as a monthly event. There is a barbecue in the fall as well, and a Christmas party. So that's just the stuff the fall semester. Monthly Moms Night Outs. Moms take turns hosting that. Carolyn is in charge of making sure that happens, and it is up to par with our standards here. One of those moments that, like, one thing that was very important to us when we were creating Moms Night Out, it is not a mom's venting session. So moms, you come here, you get encouraged. You guys are gonna like build each other up and have a really good time making some memories, not going to kids or husbands. Love them and they're awesome. For real, right? No, we want it to be a healthy, life-giving environment, so it's one of those things that we try to pay very close attention to. Also, the FPEA discount code. When you become a member of Access, you have access to that, and you want access to this. It gives you, I don't remember what the discount is, but it's on there. You just plug in our code. When you go to FPEA, you get the discounted membership, and that makes your homeschool convention price so much cheaper. If you don't go to homeschool convention, we're not directly associated with it or anything, but it happens in May every year, and it is the biggest homeschool convention in the country. It's amazing. I've gone every year since I found out about it. I think I've been there 15 times now. And every year I get something out of it, and it's very life-giving. So even if you're a very seasoned homeschooler, I highly recommend it. We also have a yearbook. Our yearbook is done usually by our yearbook class or some parents that get together to help work on it. Any of our yearbooks can be ordered from the Tree Ring website, so if any past members are in here and you're like, oh, I forgot to order a yearbook, you can still do that. Even if you forgot like 3 years ago, you can still get our yearbook. It's on there. It gets shipped directly to, and if you ordered one from last year and you were waiting for it to come in, it is on the table out there. You just need to see Renee after orientation. Promotion night. Promotion night, those are our kindergartners. Aren't they so cute? We do a kindergarten graduation every year, but this year we like upgraded their caps and gowns, and they were so adorable. But we do a promotion night at the end of every year where it's like a graduation ceremony, and every student that wants to participate can. And these kids walk across the stage, they receive their certificate, and we have a fun night. Some of the choir club, they're performing arts. A couple of classes will typically perform for us, and we get to see what kind of stuff that has been going on at Access all year. And then, of course, if we have high school graduates, the high school graduation ceremony is at the end, and it's probably nothing like you've seen before. It's super personal. Parents get up and talk and cry and do all that stuff, and then you guys all get to be reminded, like, oh my goodness, this ends at some point, and you're gonna bittersweet. Really happy, but you're really sad too. Next up, so that's a lot of stuff, and we hadn't even talked about co-op yet. So co-op, we are a traditional co-op, which means we're not a drop-off. Parents do stay on campus and all families serve. We offer classes for homeschooled students in grades K through 12 and their younger siblings. So we don't just offer preschool, even though we do have preschool classes. They have to be younger siblings within the household of a elementary or older student. Our co-op day runs from 9:30 in the morning to 2:20. Some of our regular members, past members, don't even know that 9:30 happens. But guys, we do announcements at 9:30. Please try to be here for announcements. That's where you guys find out anything that's going on with the day. If there's any new stuff, anything unexpected happening, maybe we need a substitute. It's a really good time for everybody to be together and get on the same page. We also do the Pledge of Allegiance and a prayer time. And then it takes about 10 minutes and everybody goes off to their first class. First class is always Bible here at Axis. Everybody goes to their age level Bible classes. Periods 2 through 4 are all going to be what you make of it, like whatever's available on the schedule that you have chosen. It could be academics, it could be electives, because we offer everything in between. But you can see the schedule, and I believe you have it on your papers so that you can see what times everything happens. In the middle of that schedule is lunch, everybody's favorite hour at co-op. This is when I've heard that we're the feral co-op. So as you guys came in, you probably saw that we have a big, awesome parking lot, this big circle. Well, you can't park there on co-op days. You actually are going to come around the side and park all the way around the back. And that's because we leave all that space out there open for our 1-hour lunchtime. Your kids are welcome to bring their bicycles, scooters, skateboards, roller skates, whatever they want, because I know a lot of them don't have space to just ride around and do stuff. But they have that whole track there to run around and play. A lot of moms, the strollers are out there too, getting some exercise. But during the lunch hour, you guys, you have a fun time to play. Kids 5th grade and under have to be supervised at all times. That means parents, you're gonna have to be out there in the heat, keeping an eye on your kids. Having an older kid watch your little kids is not okay. You have to have an adult out there. So if I have my little kids out there, and Miss Carolyn is like, hey, can I take your girls and go play with my kids? Yes, because she is going to be watching my little girls. She's a grown-up. All right. All right. Another fun thing about lunch, can you guys switch? Okay. So Miss Carolyn, our cafe queen, she's going to be selling pizza almost every week. She's going to post for you guys ahead of time to let you know how much pizza is and when she needs her orders by. She's going to put her phone number on there. It's going to be on the forum and it's going to be on the Facebook page. You have to get your orders into her. She does usually order a few extra pieces of pizza, but everybody else is counting on those extra pieces too. And we're not really close to anything, so make sure you are prepared for lunch. On the weeks that she's not offering you guys pizza, she's doing something even better. They are. And we do Taco Tuesdays on Mondays as well. So every month we do tacos once a month. She's gonna have options for you on there so you can make your own tacos. Everything's very affordable. She's also going to be selling snacks and drinks. My kids don't get Little Debbie's at home, but they think something special about Axis because that's where they can get them. So I'm sorry, I know they're chemicals, I know they're not good for you, but the kids love them. And so any of the snacks and drinks or whatever that you buy here at Axis, they cover the cost of them, but they also go to help cover the cost of any of our events. It offsets the cost, and it also goes to senior scholarships. All of those pizzas and tacos that you have to order, they are pre-ordered. I don't know if I made that super clear, but you do have to pre-order those, and I promise you won't regret it. Miss Carolyn is a great cook. The pizzas come from Domino's. Anybody particular about the brand of pizza? You can bring your lunch. You don't have to order our lunches, but you can bring your lunch. You can bring a cooler. Our refrigerators are going to be used for our cooking classes. They are going to have supplies in there, so they're off limits for all of us. Please do not go behind the counter trying to use the fridge. We do have microwaves for you to use. There will be they're both accessible from the other side of the counter, and you can heat up your food and you're good to go. All right. Now, none of this would be happening without the real heroes here. Our leadership team does a lot, but we wouldn't even have classes if it wasn't for our teachers. So, the teachers at Axis are volunteers. In order to teach at Axis, you have to be in good standing with our program, background checked and vetted, and all of these folks in this picture right here, that's from our teacher training that we just did last week. They have all passed the test, checked out. So you'll have a chance to chat with those teachers and get to know them after orientation. But right now, can I have all of our teachers stand, and we're going to go around the room and just introduce yourself, say your name and what class you're teaching. That way our new families can kind of put a name and face together. Can we start on this side with Micah? And her name is Sharon. And she doesn't follow directions, no.
My name is Marissa. On Monday, I'm in nursery and I'm teaching sewing. I'm doing
The skills class.
The skills class.
Yeah.
They're rotating like every 5 weeks who's teaching. So I have the last section of the class for journalism. And then on Tuesdays, I'm teaching a pre-K class. We're doing like song and dance type stuff in the nursery, and I'm helping in psychology.
I'm Sharice. I'm teaching on Mondays, hands-on science, and the state's one. Take a second on Monday. Hi, I'm Carolyn. I am teaching on Mondays the letters and more class for pre-K. Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm teaching on Mondays the arts and crafts.
I'm Aislinn. I am teaching static language for preschool.
I'm Samantha. I'm teaching Bible for K-1 on
My name is Yaritza, and I'm teaching Tuesdays.
I'm Jenna. I'm teaching on Mondays, K through 1 Bible, art for 2nd and 3rd, and all about animals, K through 2.
I'm Sarah. I'm teaching
And I'm Renee again. On Tuesdays, I'm teaching 2nd and 3rd Bible. And on Monday, I'm assisting with high school biology and then a parent helper.
And Eva. Okay, she's doing a bunch of preschool classes. She plugs in and she's like our preschool hero. So to keep things running smoothly, there are rules. First, the one that I get asked the most is, are we a drop-off? We are not a drop-off. Parents must stay on campus. Parents are responsible for the children's safety. Elementary students should never be left unsupervised. I said that before. All co-op guests must check in with Miss Carolyn in the cafe. She will give them a name tag and they'll sign in. And if you guys, after the first couple of weeks, if you have a guest, even on week 1, have them check in. But after a few weeks, you guys are going to get used to each other's faces and names. And if you see somebody that you don't typically see on campus, maybe ask them if you can help them, and they're hopefully lost, and you can send them to Ms. Karen. If you have something going on and you can't be at co-op for an hour or something, maybe you need to take a parent to a doctor's visit, or maybe you have to go do something. If you have somebody that you trust, they can be a temporary guardian for your children. Just make sure I know and your kids' teachers know. That way, if something happens, we know who to get in contact with, and we are assuming that you would trust them to take care of them. So if again, I'm going to use Miss Carolyn. If I need to run to do a quick errand, something's going on, I'm going to let my kids' teachers know Miss Carolyn is the parent in charge, and we're good to go, because I already know. Pets. Our next slide. That seems like a weird one for here. We really, really love pets, but you can't bring them with you. I'm sorry. And I'm only telling you that because people have brought them with them. Surprise. So no pets. Code of conduct. This is the one that nobody wants to go over. As a member of Access, you have already agreed to adhere to the Access Code of Conduct. Thank you. This applies not only to your children, but also the adults that attend any Access event. So please be sure to go over it as a family. I'm not going to go into it in detail, but I do hope that you guys will all do that. It's going to cover basic classroom behavior, dress code, language, and our 3-strike policy. It's nothing crazy. But we do enforce our policies. It's not fun, and we don't want to give anyone a strike, but we will, because we love you and we want the best for our group. It keeps everybody safe and sane. We are not like drill sergeants. There's going to be verbal warnings ahead of time, so you have to commit like multiple offenses to get a strike. So don't anybody freak out. We're not crazy. All right, sickness. Sickness, no one likes it. It's just like the code of conduct. We do try to enforce it. You guys even see those? I was banking on being able to read it, but I'm getting it. So anyways, no temperatures over 99.9, no rashes, no upset tummies within 24 hours. I think you all know what that means. We don't have an attendance policy. That's important. As a co-op, we don't have an attendance policy. Some of your classes do, so especially high school classes, because they're cumulative and you kind of need to cover all these bases. So make sure you check in with all of your teachers. If you're going to be absent, let them know. But if you guys are sick, if your family is sick, please take the loss. Let your teachers know, stay home, don't share. I promise you guys, we will miss you, we will feel your absence, but it is better for everyone if we don't share, because it's just gonna come right back around to you. You know how this works. Make it a family movie day, have fun. But teachers, this applies to you too. It's really tough when our teachers are sick and staying home, but please, if you guys are sick, find coverage, you have assistance for a reason, and we will make sure that everything goes on. Weather. We have weather, crazy weather here in Florida. It's not just hot, we also get hurricanes. If we have some inclement weather of any sort, we follow Lake County Public Schools on what they do. So when you're watching the news, if anybody still watches the news, that's where you can find out if they're canceling school, we're canceling co-op. So we will also be posting online, on the forum, on the Facebook page. We will be sending out texts and emails. We will do everything we can to let you guys know. But probably if there's a hurricane coming, we're not going to do co-op. So, probably. So what is all of this going to cost you guys? Our annual membership is $100, and for an additional day, it's $50. With your annual membership, you get 1 day of co-op. There are class fees, so depending on what classes you choose, you may have some additional class fees. I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head, but typically, most of our classes are just going to be $5, $10 a semester, something along those lines. It helps cover supplies, so you don't have to bring a ton of stuff. But some of our older kids' classes get a little costly. So, when you're doing biology labs, That stuff's expensive. If you're doing a cooking class, food is expensive. You guys know this. Keep in mind when you're signing up for classes how much it's going to cost. And all class fees are due to the teacher on day one of class. I forgot my envelope, but typically I have an envelope up here to show you. You guys can imagine it. Flip it to you guys. Yeah, I do. All right, so we have envelopes. I highly encourage this envelope system. Put one for every single one of your kids' classes that has a class fee. Make one envelope that has your teacher's name, your student's name, the class and the class period, and the amount of money on it. Typically, this is going to be cash, and these kids, as amazing as our kids are, and I know mine would never drop these in the hallway or lose them in their backpack, but if maybe one of yours did, and we found this envelope, we would know exactly where to return it to, as opposed to finding $20 bills floating around the hallway. I promise. So use the envelope system. Also, if you need books or supplies, it's going to be on your class description, so make sure that you're checking all of that. Somebody posted about the Lego class, and there's 2 Lego classes. So make sure you're checking on those to make sure that you don't have to bring supplies if you don't need to. If you are a new member or thinking about becoming one, make sure you plug into events as much as you can. We want you here and we love to get together. So here's some upcoming events. We have Park Day coming up on Tuesday, new member meet and greet on Friday. First day of classes is next Monday, the 11th and 12th. On that day, we have a really fun back-to-school ice cream social. We make sure we put up a little picture backdrop for you guys with cute little chalkboards and take lots of pictures because they will go in our yearbook if you send them to me or send them to the yearbook page. We'll tell you about that later. We do an Axis Colors Day. That's where you're going to wear your Axis t-shirts if you have them. If you don't have them, you can just wear these Axis colors. And as I explained to somebody before, our Axis teacher shirts change each year. This year, we're calling, I think they called this grape, not pink. So if you want to wear grape colors also and gray on Axis Colors Day, that's super fun. You can color your hair, do all kinds of crazy stuff. Have fun. We have a choir club coming up, performing arts parents meeting, Rock Springs back to school bash, a mother-daughter Bible study, and a mom's night out. That is all stuff happening this month. So if you're looking for a group to plug into and have lots of activities, welcome. There's lots of stuff to do. The t-shirts that I mentioned, teacher shirts are, you can't buy teacher shirts, but you can buy the Axis shirts. I'm looking for somebody that has a gray one. But some of you guys already saw the Axis shirts out there. Oh, Aislin's got one. Okay, there we go. We got a couple Axis shirts up there. If you guys want to pick up an Axis shirt, we do have some for sale out on the tables. They're $15. And like I said before, the yearbook is back there for anybody that has pre-ordered that. But we are done with our orientation. If anybody would like to have a tour, Miss Carolyn will be leading a tour. She's going to show you around the facility. She's going to be available to answer questions. I will be up here to answer questions, and Renee will be in the back. If you want to sign up for any of the volunteer stuff for events coming up, you can do that in the cafe. There's going to be tables with sign-up sheets. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you for coming.